What's up, legends, and welcome back to the Brotato series, where I'm trying to beat the game on max difficulty with every single character. Today is part 9, where we're playing as the Mutant. With the Mutant, you get plus 200% XP gain, but items are 50% more expensive. Isn't that crazy? But for this one, I actually ended up taking the fighting stick because the fighting stick does scale with XP gain. So, because XP gain gets you levels, and the fighting stick scales with your level. So, I chose the fighting stick for this one. This one took me about 2 hours to get, but I'm just going to show you the run where I actually beat it. So, if we start here, the fighting stick is a little weird. It it alternates between the thrusting and the swinging attacks, which I think makes it a little bit unpredictable for like how to use, because it's hard to keep track of when it's thrusting and when it's swinging, obviously. But it is actually a pretty good weapon, I'd say. I guess specifically with this one, this character isn't honestly that insane. Like, you know, plus 200% XP gain plus 50% item price isn't like that wild of a character, like, you know, build, but it's interesting. So here I actually took the chopper as well as a fighting stick. I think probably just for that heal, because I was dying for a couple hours before I got this run. This one is pre-recorded, and now I'm commentating over it again. I think in the future I'm just going to be posting my live reaction with the face cam while I'm playing. But for now, this is what we've got. I think it's a little bit easier to remember. Obviously, talk about what I'm thinking in the moment. I commentate in the moment, so be on the lookout for those next videos coming up. What did I take here? I took the attack speed. Yeah, attack speed is always good to have. I think at this point I was just grabbing melee weapons so I could have stuff, because in previous builds I remember there was I spent too long trying to only get fighting sticks, and it just sort of bit me in the ass where, you know, I ended up like re-rolling way too many times and wasting a bunch of money on that. So just basically took whatever melee weapons I could get. Which maybe in hindsight wasn't actually the best decision, considering all the items are 50% more expensive. So I should probably, you know, take my time with it a little bit more. But obviously, if you're seeing this run, that means that I actually did it and made it to wave 20 and beat it. So that is good, at least. Grab the scar there for more XP gain. That should help me gain levels even faster. As you can see at level 4 here, wave 4, I'm already on level 7 right there. Yeah, normally it's about, I think, 1 level per wave. You don't have any XP gain, so you can tell that the plus 200% XP gain is definitely working. I mean, I assume it would work, but yeah. This definitely, it feels like a kind of an awkward combination of weapons, but they all kind of roughly do the same thing. Just their interchanging animations look a bit goofy, I feel like. 6 max HP there is good, just because you are using melee weapons, you're kind of going to be in the face of everything, so you do want that melee damage. Got a couple of fighting sticks here as well. I'm sure I probably took those, or at least saved them for later. I think I took the XP gain first, to have more XP gain for this level as well, for this wave. If you're curious, I'm also doing a challenge to break the world record for the number of waves completed on endless mode. The current record is 1,781, which is insane, but I think it is possible actually using the demon character, which is the last character here. So in between working on these videos, I've actually been starting that series. So if you want to watch it, it's on my Twitch, twitch.tv/AlexEste, E-S-T-E, or I'll link it in the description probably, but you can also look at my VODs channel. It should be linked to this channel as well. Other Alex VODs, if you want to watch the whole thing of it. I've already been trying for about 6 days now, and we've had some real good runs that have shown great potential. The idea is basically that you get enough tardigrades that become unkillable. And you can essentially, it just becomes an endurance test, and a test of your computer's hardware at a certain point. But anyways, back to this run. We grabbed that melee weapon just because it was there. Which realistically I probably shouldn't have, because that one's pretty bad. I feel like in comparison to all these other ones that have more range, that thing's just not really ever going to get me kills. I think that one gets you the attack speed, but it's not going to get me much. I don't think. But it's been a while since I actually did this run, so I don't 100% remember. Thankfully, it all seems to be doing enough damage where it's pretty much one-shotting everything. But don't think I really have much regen right now. The only 2 regen and no lifesteal, so definitely gonna need some more regen if I'm doing a melee build for sure. 15% attack speed is too good to not take that one there. For sure. Combine the fighting sticks. Yeah, you can see that thing gave me zero attack speed when I used it. So definitely not the best. But it is, everything in the shop is so expensive that it makes it makes it much more difficult to actually get a nice build going early game. So I don't think this mutant character would really be good for trying to do a deep run into the endless mode, but I mean, maybe if you were to get all fighting sticks, then you could, but I feel like it's just like scaling your weapon off of your level is not that insane, because it's like way easier to upgrade. Like, I guess early on is kind of good because you sort of just get levels kind of naturally, but when you're going into endless, like, your level doesn't really increase that much. Whereas, like, you could get like 1,000% attack speed. It'd be hard to get to like level 1,000 without playing 1,000 levels almost, or like 500 levels or whatever. So here, I think I took the harvesting, and then I took some more HP regen. Grabbed the belt. Take that for the 7% damage. Wave 8 can be a tricky one just because there's a lot of things dashing at you and everything else. I've been playing this game so much at the max difficulty that I kind of know what's on the every wave now. Know what to expect. Wave 9 is typically like a kind of a horde wave where there's just a bunch of really weak enemies. So it's good for the money, honestly. You can get a lot of cash in wave 9, but you just got to be careful not to get overwhelmed. Which I think this build is pretty good against handling a lot of weak enemies, just because a lot of like the sweeping attacks that can, hit more than one enemy at a time. My health was getting a little low there, but we did survive. 3% lifesteal is pretty enticing, but also that 2 HP regen, yeah. Really just kind of needed more regen at that point. Especially with the slow melee build, like 3% lifesteal is like maybe gonna heal you once during a wave. And everything's just so expensive in the shop. It's like I'm buying 1, maybe 2 items every wave, and that's it. Oh yeah, you can look at my items there. I've only got 8 items on wave 8. So it's gonna be one item per wave right now. It's definitely not ideal. I guess with the XP gain as well, you do get some max HP, because I think every time you level up, you get 1 more max HP. I'm pretty sure about that. I'm sure we can see here in a second. I'm at 57. If I go to 58, do I go up 1? Yeah. But that is a nice extra benefit as well. Basically like as if you've gotten 18 more max HP for free. Yeah, as you can see here, there's a lot of weak. There's a couple ones that, like, a couple of the big ones that still dash you on this one, so you gotta kind of avoid those, but there are a lot of weak ones you can get in this. I should get close to around 500 materials by the end of this. Yeah, I got 518 right at the end there. The Cyber Ball is honestly a super good one if you have really high luck. If you don't have high luck, then it's just, there's no point. Might as well keep the money. Same with the Baby Elephant. If you have high luck, the Baby Elephant is so good. Saving that spear for later just because I do like that motion of the spear where it just shoots out like super far and takes out a bunch of things with it. That is good. At least it feels good, I feel like. It kind of like only hits one thing out there though. It's not like it's be kind of wasted because it's a little bit of a slow weapon. Doing a good job of staying alive, though. I think we're not killing things as quickly as I would like. HP got a little bit low there, but we're surviving. Nice, nice, nice. Not a bad wave. 450 materials. Always take the coupons. Small magazine is kind of good just for the attack speed, but the damage decrease is annoying. 20 luck is nice to have as well. Probably take the 8% damage there. I feel like it's too good not to take. Yeah, that chopper is not really doing much. Get that spear. I probably sold the ghost flint at some point. Things only got me 3 stats and I've had it for so long. Yeah, hatchet is definitely better than that at least. I don't think the hatchet's that great, but it is better for sure. We can get a max spear as well. Or potentially might sell something else and get another spear in its place. We're getting elite on this wave as well. My attack speed just feels so slow. I guess I'm used to doing my like world record runs where I'm using, or attempts where I'm using like the ranged weapons and I've got like so much, like 1000% attack speed that starting off here with the melee weapons feels super slow. I guess it's not terrible. We are getting kind of overwhelmed here a bit though. Not doing much damage and don't think there's any chance we're going to take out the boss on this one. Doing a good job of dodging his attacks though. Just trying to take out all the weaker ones if I can. At least get some materials from that. HP's running low though, it's a close one. We did just about survive. We were only 1 or 2 hits away from dying. A couple spots there, but we're good. Oh. So yeah, at this point I think I was deciding what to do with that Spear 3. Checking out the damage values of each of them. Fighting Stick. Fighting Stick got the axe. Level 1 was not doing enough for me. Could have actually upgraded it right there. Bit of unfortunate timing on that one, but it's okay. Doing a good job of staying alive here. These next couple waves kind of all blend together. I feel like they all have very similar, between like 10 and 12 kind of all have very similar enemy composition. An item there that I do manage to pick up right at the end as well. The wheat is a good item to have if you don't care about elemental damage. A lot of good options here as well. 20% attack speed is hard to say no to, though. %12 dodge is nice to have as well. And actually, I actually had 0 dodge before that. But just having max dodge can honestly just save you so much. I don't think I get up to max dodge on this build, but even having some, you know, give yourself at least the chance for the game to save you. Took a couple of hits there, but nothing too crazy. Seems like when I get hit on this one, I'm only getting hit for like 11 damage, so I'd have to get hit like a good 6-7 times to actually die. That one hit me for 14. Thankfully, my armor and my HP is good enough for this wave. That 14, yeah, even if you get hit with 14, I'd probably take like 5 hits without healing, which is usually fine on these levels. It's when you kind of start getting on to the 2 or 3 hits where it can get a little bit dangerous. The panda is actually kind of a good one to have. 3 armor is nice as well. Everything being expensive just gets real expensive here at the end, though. I mean, not even at the end. We're at wave 13. It's already costing like 250 for a spear. That seems, I mean, I guess it is 50% more, but that seems like almost even more than 50%. That seems really high. So yeah, I kind of switched to a full spear build here just because I was getting good ones. And when I was looking at the damage numbers, they were just kind of doing more damage. So I thought, you know, why not? And maybe it's not good to look at the damage numbers because I know, like, I'm pretty sure, like, if you hit an enemy that has 10 health, but you hit it for like 10,000 damage, then it will still count that your weapon did 10,000 damage. Even though all you really needed was like 10. But looking at the stats, I think can be a little bit deceiving, but I do tend to kind of like that, where whatever's doing the least amount, I'll just get rid of. Especially on builds like this where I've just got such mixed weapons. This level can get pretty crazy just with the amount of little guys that are shooting at you. So I try to go around and just take out as many of the little green ones that shoot as I can, so it doesn't get too bad. Harvesting at wave 14 isn't the best, but when you got a tier 4 passive versus all the tier 1s, I feel like you always just take the tier 4. Doesn't really matter what it is at that point. The bang for your buck is just so much better that pretty much always going to take that. Okay, we got an elite on this one. We might be able to take it out. I don't think we're really doing enough damage though. Just kind of run away here probably. It's hard. I mean, you can't really get close to him either with this melee build and the attacks that he's doing. Maybe in phase 2 I go for him, but pretty sure I just run away on this one. The circle is super annoying though. This is by far my least favorite attacks that the bosses do. Tiny circle that they put you in, and there's, especially when there's a bunch of little guys shooting at you and everything else. Just a lot to keep track of. If you're not careful, you can die like super easily because you get hit by like, you walk into the wrong area, you get hit by 4 things basically at the same time, and you go from max HP to dead real quick. Like, look at this. Ooh, I got so low there. Yeah, that was very close for sure. Took that for the crit. And I think that one gives you melee damage as well. 5 HP regen is pretty solid as well. Vigilante ring is another super good one to get. Just passively increasing your damage by 3% every time. I like the leather vest as well. This one has a lot more of the charging ones as well, which can get difficult, especially when some of them are like the red ones, which I think just have more health and do more damage and stuff. But wave 16, we did survive. Take the scar for even more XP gain. Great, like you see here, like if you have a weapon that scales, like say like with max HP, right? My max HP is already at 100 or 99. My level is at 31, so having like 31 as your main stat that like a fighting stick is scaling off of isn't, like, honestly isn't really that insane. I'm not really doing probably as much damage as I should here. Basically all of my weapons, my melee weapons, are going into those guys and still not really taking them out. It takes like 2 hits from all 6 of my weapons before those guys go down. Just to be enough to survive, but definitely need to get that damage up real soon. Just about staying alive though, even though we're getting real surrounded there. Free reroll is always nice. 3 more regen is nice as well. I'll take that 2 armor. Yeah. Armor and dodge is nice. My dodge is still only at 18. Another free reroll is always super good. Everything being so expensive though just definitely makes it a lot tougher. Oh really? I didn't take the free reroll there. That's weird. Guess I really wanted the pickup range for some reason. Anyways, wave 18. Yeah, just not doing real enough damage, really. No chance of taking out the bosses here. Certainly not with all these red enemies dashing at me. There's gotta be a better name for the red enemies. What are they actually called? The elites are like the bosses, basically. Oh, no, elites are like mini bosses, and then there's actual bosses that you get like wave 20. Oh, I see. What do you call the red ones? I guess they're just stronger. They deal 40% more damage and have 40% more HP. Okay. I think there's like an actual term for them. Interesting. Anyways, back to this. Save the sad tomato, save the spear 3 upgrade to get a max spear later on. Wait, I never actually knew what the red ones were. They just have I knew that they were tougher, but it's 40% more health, 40% more HP. They're just stronger versions. Health is getting a little low there. Getting definitely a little bit overwhelmed by all these enemies. Thankfully, at least I can still one-shot the weak ones. When you get a bunch of the bigger ones that dash you, and the triangle ones, I should actually learn the names of all the enemies. What are the triangle ones actually called? I just saw it somewhere. Those are called a tentacle. Interesting. Okay. Okay, we got a max spear here as well, which is nice. I still have 0% speed at this point, so I should take the speed here. Yeah, I did. 0% speed at wave 20 is actually pretty crazy, though. I'm surprised I made it that far with such low speed. Like, there's still no chance of me taking out these bosses. Just gotta run around and let my medical turrets heal me up. 18 damage a hit is quite a lot as well. Still low there. The dodge. Rocking the dodge there probably honestly saved me. Would have been so low. We got a loot alien that was stronger as well, but we did still manage to take it out. Get the item for at least that one right at the end. Scared sausage is... When you're getting out of a loot crate, you might as well take it, I guess. There's not really any downside to it. Only potential downside would be that you have something that does like the hunting trophy where you get extra money off the crits. The scared sausage won't crit. But besides that, no downsides, I would say. 3% lifesteal there just to help with my healing a little bit. I mean, lifesteal is pretty garbage for this build, honestly, but if you're given it, you'll at least take it. Melee damage and more XP gain is good for this build as well. Level 3 fighting stick is nice. I'll probably just combine the spears and get the that level 3 fighting stick. But I am level 37, so it should help scale that fighting stick a bit. Probably still won't be that insane, but it's not too shabby. But at this point, we have beaten the run. We beat wave 20, and now we're on 21. Just going on to the into the endless mode and seeing how far we can make it. Got some eggs on this one as well. We survived though, on to wave 22. Take the scar. Try to take the 3 max HP. It's not much, but at least it helps. We got another elite on this wave. Wave 22. Two bosses with no chance of killing them. Kinda just gotta run and hope you can survive. Getting real low here. Yeah, that was inevitable. But we did still beat it with the mutant. And if we go back here, we should see, there we go, we got the gold around the mutant. If you watch this, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Overall, I would say the mutant, not that good. I feel like the plus 200% XP gain does not really do much for you, if I'm being honest. This is probably a pretty low tier character. Not that interesting and not that good. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.